Hey guys, it's Wednesday, and honestly, I am running on fumes and way too much coffee right now. But we need to talk about today's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful. So much is happening, and my brain is just spinning, trying to keep up with all these overlapping disasters. Let's just dive right into the deep end with Ridge Forrester. Because honestly, what is his actual problem lately? In Tuesday's episode, and spilling over into today, we see Ridge just relentlessly pressuring Electra Forrester to completely cut ties with Will Spencer, and I just don't get where he gets off acting like this. Ridge wasn't even at the beach house when the whole fight went down. He didn't see what actually happened. But here he is, acting like he is suddenly Electra's father or something, completely dictating how she should live her life and who she should be with. It is so overbearing. And look, maybe I'm being too harsh here. I know Will messed up. Will snapped. The pressure of keeping all of Katie's massive corporate secrets about Hope defecting to Logan and the Shauna jewelry line just completely broke him. We all saw the beach house brawl a few episodes ago. Will repeatedly punched RJ, and it was ugly. It was really bad. But Ridge is acting like Will is this irredeemable, unhinged monster who needs to be locked away forever. Ridge is literally cornering Electra with these brutal ultimatums, telling her that Will is a dangerous threat to the family, and that she needs to stay away from him if she wants to keep her career at Forrester Creations. But Electra is not a child. She is a grown woman. She is fully capable of making her own decisions about her love life. And it is so hard to watch her right now because she is just so incredibly torn. She is completely shattered by everything that has happened. The lies, the secrets, the violence, it is all too much. Electra has already moved out of the beach house. She packed her bags, she threw that necklace right at Will, and she walked away. Shouldn't that be enough for Ridge and RJ? Why do they need to keep twisting the knife? Because let's be real for a second, Electra still loves Will. You don't just turn off feelings like that overnight, no matter how angry you are. She is furious about the deception, yes, but her heart is still tied to him. And she is just blindly following what her family wants right now because she is in shock. But I really hope she wakes up soon and starts asking some hard questions. Like, for instance, why was RJ even at the beach house in the first place? Seriously, think about it. What was RJ's actual reason for showing up at the beach house right exactly when Will and Electra were having their most vulnerable, volatile confrontation? RJ is always just magically there to make a bad situation 10 times worse. RJ knew things were tense. He knew Will was on edge. And he just inserted himself into the drama, playing the hero, playing the fierce protector for Electra. And now he gets to swoop in and be the good guy while Will is banished. It is so convenient for RJ, isn't it? I just really need Electra to take a step back and look at RJ's motives here, because the guy is an absolute opportunist. He has always wanted Electra, and now he is using Will's lowest moment to secure his spot. It makes me so mad just thinking about it. Okay, that sounded a bit dramatic, but you get what I mean. The Forrester men just love to control the narrative, and Electra is caught right in the middle of their toxic little war. So let's pivot. Let's talk about the other massive train wreck happening right now, which is Sheila Carter Sharp. Because, of course, she is back to causing chaos. The spoilers for today's episode show that Sheila is making her intentions crystal clear, and it is terrifying. We saw her creep into Taylor's office, literally scaring Taylor and Deke half to death. And at first, Sheila put on this whole fake smile, acting like she comes in peace, acting like she just wants to clear the air. But we all know Sheila. Sheila does not do peace. Sheila has backed Taylor and Deke into a total corner. She is holding those divorce papers hostage, and she wants her ransom. And her ransom is supervised visitation with her grandson, Hayes, and her son, Finn, 2 days a month. That is her demand, and she expects Taylor to just magically make it happen. She wants to know what progress Taylor has made in convincing Steffy to agree to this insane idea. And I just have to laugh. I really do. What is Sheila thinking? Who actually believes this is going to end well? Does Sheila live on another planet? Steffy Forrester Finnegan is currently losing her absolute mind over the fact that Hope Logan betrayed the family and launched her own fashion line at Logan. Steffy is in full-blown crisis management mode, plotting ruthless revenge against Katie and Hope, watching Eric's haute couture show get completely overshadowed by the Logan media frenzy. Steffy is a walking time bomb right now, and Sheila thinks this is the perfect time for Taylor to casually ask Steffy to let the woman who shot her spend time with her children. It is completely delusional. But I have to give Taylor some credit here. Taylor actually stands her ground today. She doesn't give Sheila that tiny sliver of false hope. She hits her with the cold, hard reality. Taylor flat out tells Sheila that what she is asking for is literally impossible. Taylor makes it completely clear that Steffy will never, ever approve of this. Not today, not tomorrow, not in a million years. And Deacon is just standing there, probably sweating bullets, because he knows Taylor is right. Deacon just wants to be free. He wants the divorce papers signed so he can officially move on with Taylor and start this new chapter of his life. But he is tied to this lunatic until she gets what she wants. But here is the thing that really worries me. Sheila is not someone who just gives up. If she hits a brick wall, she doesn't stop. She just finds a bulldozer. So if Taylor is refusing to help her, and if Taylor is a dead end, what is Sheila's next move? The fans on social media are already buzzing about this, and the general consensus is that Sheila is going to pivot. If she can't use Taylor as a pawn to get to Steffy, she might just decide to sign the divorce papers anyway, cut Deacon loose, and take matters into her own hands. What does that mean? It means she's going to bypass Taylor and Steffy completely and go straight for Finn. We know Finn has a soft spot. We know Finn has struggled with his biological connection to Sheila in the past. If Sheila ambushes Finn directly, while Steffy is entirely distracted by the corporate war with Logan, Finn might actually be vulnerable, and that is a terrifying thought. Sheila is a master manipulator, and if she catches Finn at the right moment, she might just manipulate her way right back into his life. And speaking of manipulation, we absolutely have to talk about Remy Price and Deke Sharp, because this storyline is giving me major anxiety. So Deke is currently riding the highest high of his life. His designs for the Hope by Logan launch were a massive, spectacular hit on the runway. He is the new golden boy of the fashion world. Katie Logan is thrilled, Hope is thrilled, and Deke is finally getting the recognition he deserves after Steffy fired him and replaced him with Thomas. Deke has leveled up. And, of course, who comes crawling out of the woodwork the second Deke is successful? Remy Price. Remy reached out to Deke to congratulate him on the massive success of the Logan show. And we all know Remy has an ulterior motive. Remy wants Deke back. He wants to ride Deke's coattails and force his way back into a romantic relationship. But Deke actually did the smart thing. Deke rejected him. Deke was gracious about the congratulations, but he firmly set a boundary. He told Remy no, he refused to get back together, saying he needs to focus entirely on his career right now. Which is the right move. Remy is toxic. Let's not forget the whole deepfake scandal and all the mistakes Remy has made. Remy is a walking red flag. But here is where the dread sets in. Remy agreed to keep his distance. He said okay, but do we really believe him? Because I don't. Remy is obsessive. He doesn't know how to let go. And even though he is pretending to accept Deke's rejection, you just know his wheels are turning. He is not giving up on the man he wants. So, what is Remy planning to do next? That is the big question. Remy knows all the secrets. He knows about Deke's connection to Logan. He knows how fragile everything is right now with the Forrester and Logan war. Is Remy going to use that information? Is he going to resort to blackmail? We already saw him putting pressure on Melissa Dillon, threatening to expose their cousin connection if she didn't help him win Deke back. Remy is not above playing dirty. If Remy feels like he has nothing to lose, he could become incredibly dangerous. He could sabotage Deke's new career just to make Deke dependent on him again. He could leak information to Steffy or Ridge. The possibilities for destruction are endless when it comes to a rejected, desperate Remy Price. I am genuinely worried for Deke. He finally has everything he ever wanted, and Remy is just lurking in the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. It just feels like every single character on this show is currently walking on a tightrope over a pit of alligators. You have Electra being suffocated by Ridge's demands, Will completely spiraling out of control, Taylor and Deacon being held hostage by Sheila's insane blackmail, Steffy plotting corporate murder against Hope, and now Deke having to look over his shoulder for a obsessed ex-boyfriend. And I haven't even touched on Eric and Donna. The fact that Eric publicly humiliated Donna and kicked her out of the executive office because she kept Katie's secret, it is so hypocritical. Eric literally forced Donna to keep his own severe health secrets from the entire family not that long ago. He demanded her absolute silence then, but now that she stayed silent to protect her sister, she is suddenly a traitor. The double standard is glaring, and I am so mad at Eric right now. If he keeps freezing Donna out, I swear she is going to pack up and walk right over to Logan Creations to work with Katie and Hope. And honestly, she should. She deserves better than a husband who only demands one-sided loyalty. But I am getting off track. The point is, today's episode is setting up some massive explosions. Ridge is pushing Electra to far, and she is going to snap. Sheila is realizing that playing nice with Taylor isn't going to work, which means she is going to revert to her true, evil nature. And Remy is a ticking time bomb just waiting to blow up Deke's life. I don't know how the writers are going to untangle this massive web, but I am glued to my screen. Every time I think they can't possibly make things more complicated, they throw in another twist. Like, what if RJ actually orchestrated the whole beach house confrontation? What if he provoked Will on purpose just so Ridge would banish him? It sounds crazy, but this is the bold and the beautiful, you guys. Nothing is too crazy. And what about Hope? She is over at Logan, dealing with the crushing guilt of alienating Brooke, but she is also a massive success. How long until Steffy actually launches a counterattack? Steffy is not just going to sit back and let Hope steal the spotlight from Eric's haute couture show. Steffy is calculating. She is ruthless. She is going to hit Hope where it hurts. So yeah, that is where we are at, a complete and total mess. I am exhausted just talking about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Am I being too hard on Ridge? Is Electra making a mistake by leaving Will? And who else is terrified of what Sheila is going to do next? Sound off, because I need to know I am not the only one losing sleep over these fictional characters. I'm going to go get another coffee and prepare my nerves for whatever tomorrow's episode brings. Until then, stay bold, stay beautiful, and for the love of everything, don't keep massive corporate secrets from your significant other. It never ends well.